Happy Friday, Millcreek Township School District family. It has been a couple of weeks since we've come to you with a Stronger Together video. I am here today and excited to be with our pandemic coordinator, Mrs. Crystal Krausick. And today we are going to talk about a number of updates that we want to bring to you. But I have to share with you that I have been working really closely with Crystal and her dynamic pandemic team. They've been working hard, keeping us safe. In addition to that, we've also been collaborating with all of our school leaders. Since we returned to school for grades K through 8 in an increased face-to-face learning of 4 days a week, we have seen lots of excitement, tremendous enthusiasm from both students and teachers, as well as our leaders. And certainly, we've seen an increased impact on the learning that is taking place in our classrooms and the teaching that is occurring both synchronously and in person. Today I want to talk to Crystal about one of our new initiatives, and that is the 4-layer mitigation support. Crystal, can you tell us a little bit of what that means?
Thank you, Dr. Roberts. So, in collaboration with the Erie County Department of Health, the MTSD Pandemic Team continues to work directly with our school leaders to ensure a safe mitigation strategies for our full-time return. With that, the DOH Striker team has rounded in all of our buildings with us prior to our full-time return to help really identify opportunities for us for increased safety measures that we have taken. These measures include healthy student and safety attendance. The pandemic team continues to trace and investigate probable and positive cases. Anyone within 6 feet for 15 consecutive minutes or more following the Erie County Department of Health guidelines will quarantine for the appropriate amount of days. Anyone on campus during their infectious period continues to be reported out and listed on the COVID-19 dashboard. Thank you to our MTSD community for continuing to call and email our pandemic team. It is only by the collaborative efforts of our nurses, families, students, and staff that we're able to successfully provide a safe learning experience. Please remember, if you have been exposed to someone with COVID-19 or experiencing symptoms and or awaiting test results, to please call and let us know so that we can safely guide you through that.
Thank you, Crystal. And so I think the information that you shared will be incredibly helpful to all of our community partners. The second layer of mitigation that you referred to and referenced is social distancing to the maximum extent feasible in the classrooms and throughout each of our buildings. And we know that our K-8 teams that have been back in an increased face-to-face learning module since January 4th, they've been working hard with the use of visual cues such as floor stickers to remind students of appropriate distancing, and we see them in all of our schools. Each of our desks within the classes are set up 3 to 6 feet for social distancing, also as a part of this much needed second layer as a part of our 4-layer mitigation effort. Thirdly, you will see in our buildings, thanks to you and your team, desk shields for all students that are now being used throughout the day, including at our lunches, in cafeterias or other lunch spaces. And thanks to the CARES funding that was provided to us as a district, we were able to ensure that each student has a trifold shield in place while they're learning. What additional supports, what additional information would you like to share with our community?
So additionally to that, I think it's most important for us to remember that mask wearing and hand hygiene is one of the most important and effective strategies that we can do in mitigating COVID-19 spread. Research has shown us that, and proper hand hygiene throughout the day and our mask wearing in our classrooms is one thing that we continue to do. Additionally, I know one of the most frequently asked questions is, the 3 to 6 feet in our classrooms. Every classroom is set up differently. However, it's really student body to student body. So it's not necessarily that desk to the next desk, but it's the distance between the center of my body to the center of your body.
Thank you for that. So we are just abundantly grateful for the partnership, the continued commitment and support from all of our Millcreek Township School District families, certainly our students, teachers, staff, and leaders. Because without their support, we will not be able to really hold true to our commitment of providing with a world-class education. Since our return on January 4th of grades K through 8, the idea that we had is really manifesting itself, and that is we are giving our students some sense of normalcy. And you can see how incredibly grateful they are as well. We want to remind our parents and community that we will have our high school students in grades 9 through 12 to come back to increased full-time face-to-face learning 4 days a week in person beginning on February 2nd. You should have received some information from Principal Brian Fuller as well as Dr. Kavanaugh in this regard.
So Dr. Roberts, can you tell me what's new coming up in the MTSD community?
Absolutely, thank you. So in addition to the fact that on February 2nd, our grades 9 through 12 students will return to increased face-to-face learning, where they will be in person 4 days a week, and we are looking forward to that, given the successes we've seen with our students in grades K through 8. Millcreek Township School District families, I want you to know that I am committed to the success of your students' learning within the school district, and my commitment will remain effective in terms of communication with each and every one of you. Coming this February, there's another opportunity for our school's administrators, school leaders, students, and parents to gather virtually to discuss our school year thus far. This is where we want to give you all an update about the state of the district and to hear from you during our virtual town halls. We are looking forward to our school leaders sharing more information with all of our families about the amazing things that are happening in and out of our classroom, and gives you a chance to ask any questions that we are looking forward to answering. Please continue to follow our website as well as look for our Tuesdays this week at Millcreek for